This is anxiety. It's not a great feeling, though it's still something that we experience pretty much every day. As students, as I am, as contributors to society, or even as just human beings in general. And this is Soren Kierkegaard. He is a Danish philosopher guy known as the father of existentialism, which is essentially the philosophical idea that emphasizes individual responsibilities and freedoms. Now, Kierkegaard said that anxiety isn't something that we should run away from. It's not something we should try to get rid of. Instead, it's something that we should try to understand. Now, in fact, he even says in his book, The Concept of Anxiety, that whoever has learned to be anxious in the right way has learned the ultimate. So, here we are going to look at how Kierkegaard transforms anxiety from something to be feared into the first step towards individual freedoms. Now, we're not going to talk about anxiety here as the feeling you get when you haven't done an assignment that's due tomorrow. Instead, we're going to look at it how Kierkegaard viewed it, as the feeling of infinite possibility. So he calls it the dizziness of freedom. Essentially, you have so many choices, you know you can become anything you want, and that responsibility is what you fear. So he says, anxiety is the dizziness of freedom, which emerges when the spirit is about to make a leap. So really, it's not about external pressures. It's about you and how the choices that you make today are going to shape the future you. They help you become yourself. Now, this type of anxiety, he says, isn't supposed to be your enemy. It's really the energy you use to improve. But there's also a trap here. When anxiety gets too strong, many people tend to fall into what Kierkegaard calls despair, which is essentially living as someone that they're not, trying to hide from the anxiety, the choices, and the responsibilities that they have. So he says in his other book called The Sickness Unto Death that the greatest hazard of all, losing oneself, can occur so quietly that it is as if it were nothing at all. So you can lose yourself in your roles, daily routines, or shallow identities that you give yourself. Now, sometimes despair isn't something that you go into consciously. Often it's not that actually. It's just a quiet resignation from all those responsibilities. So Kierkegaard says that to truly live, you need to go through anxiety, not around it. So what actually is the way through? Well, Kierkegaard says that you need to make a leap of faith, not into religion, obviously, but into your authentic self. Think about your hobbies, friends and families that are important to you, values that you honor, and focus on those. It's focusing on what matters to you, not because the result is certain, but rather because you need to just do it. So he says in his The Fear and Trembling that without risk, there is no faith. And the greater the risk, the greater the faith. So he's basically telling you to take risks. Now, this leap isn't based on certainty. It's definitely not. It's based on a constant commitment. It's based on discipline. So it's choosing to live your life as if there's meaning, even if you might not feel it currently. Now, Kierkegaard constantly focuses on the individual, not society, not community, just you. Now, let me ask you this. What do you stand for when no one is actually watching? Well, yourself. That's the only thing. Anxiety essentially asks the same question. It's a signal that you are on the path to becoming yourself. So you don't eliminate anxiety by distracting yourself from it. You move past it by deciding who you want to be and committing to that. That is your individual. So in short, let anxiety be your guide. It's a signal that you need to make a choice of whether to back off or to continue becoming a better you. You can try to run away from it, but it'll just keep coming back, and the best you can do is just commit to giving all of you, to the future you.